And our Interact group has been going to Costa Rica, to Nasara, which you're going to hear about soon, for 17 years. My son Paul was the first one. Did he leave?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'll tell you what he did. Anyway, it's been going on since 2005 with the Costa Rica trip. The Rotary Placemat campaign, as I said, funds the trip. The Interact today, we have around 32 kids in it. Jenny and Mike think there'll be probably 40 by the time school starts and we get more kids involved. It all involved, all the students are with ELKR schools. Mike and Jenny have been doing the trip, leading the trip for since 2016. And so what I'd like to do is ask Mike and Jenny Nolan to come up and start the program, and they'll take it from there, and I'm done.
I'm not as tall as Tony. We will invite the students to come up because you don't want to hear them. They're much more interested. So we have Ellie Keeney here, Rhea Kunder, Addie Milflogel, who's behind her, Maddie McDonough, and McKenna Dumick. So Ellie is going to begin.
So we just want to start off by saying thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I mean, we've been doing programs all throughout high school with the Habitat Build and bringing bells and the Wellfield Botanical Gardens. And it's just been an amazing experience. And I'm going to start off just by talking about Habitat. It's so cool to go out there and just your work clothes and put on your goggles and put up walls. I mean, and it's awesome to be there with the people who are getting the house and that they're building it with you. And it's awesome. We're only allowed to do 2 houses because you have to be 16 or 18. 16. So the first 2 years of high school, we couldn't participate, and we'd be looking up at the older kids like, oh, we wish we could go to that one. But our junior and senior year, we're allowed to go build. And senior year's got, I graduated in 2020. The trip was with 9 of us girls, and 2 of us graduated in 2020. 2 of us graduated in 2021, and the rest of the 5 graduated this past year. So it was really cool to have a mix of different grades, and it was just really awesome. So back to Habitat, was just really great. So yeah, and Rhea's going to talk about the County Road 6 cleanup.
Hi, I also want to say thank you so much to Rotary. We are truly grateful for the opportunity that you guys provided us to go on this Costa Rica trip, and we will all be like forever grateful for the opportunity. But I want to talk about County Road 6 cleanup. I know it's not the most glamorous to pick up trash, but it really does feel like you're making the community better. It's nice to see a change. It's nice to be able to get out there in the morning and see everyone out there and everyone's happy and everyone's joking and laughing and picking up stuff, seeing contests, who can pick up the most trash, who can find the weirdest thing. Everyone just makes it so much fun, and it really teaches us a lot to respect our community, respect the earth. And it was very nice to go to Costa Rica and see how they respect their environment and kind of bring that back with us. So thank you so much. And Addie is going to talk about our ringing bells. And
Sorry. Hi. Again, thank you so much. This trip was such an incredible opportunity. And I know I speak for all of us when I say this was a very much once in a lifetime chance. And I think all of us are so glad that we did it. My favorite service opportunity throughout high school was always the Salvation Army bell ringing in December. Christmas is always one of my favorite holidays, and I loved getting to spread the holiday cheer. And you get to see, it's a festive time, and you get to see people when you just get to spread cheer. And like we would always play Christmas music when we were bell ringing, and then like you'd have hot chocolate, and it was always just so much fun. And it was one of my favorite things to do. Thank you.
I would also like to say thank you. I cannot express how much that trip just opened my eyes.
Closer to the microphone.
Sorry. I would also like to say thank you. I cannot express how much that trip opened my eyes, just in my heart. Just it's I can't even put it into words. It was just so amazing. I am talking about the taste of the gardens at Wellfield. First off, Wellfield is a beautiful place, great environment, great vibes to be around, and just to get to meet and see all the people come together in Elkhart, the community feel, just get to meet all the kind people out there, because it's hard to find it sometimes. It is just great to feel all that happiness and just community.
So just back about the Costa Rica trip, we spent 10 days in Costa Rica. A couple of them were travel days. And if you haven't had the chance to go to Nosara, the way to get there, the roads are not paved. I mean, it's crazy to see the way that they live compared to us. There's little kids on the back of motorcycles and they're just having a blast. I mean, it was really cool. The trip down there was it was fun. Every part about the trip was so fun. And meeting Beverly, she's an amazing woman. We got to become friends with her granddaughter. And it was just, we really had the best time. And even though our trips did get, they had to pivot because of COVID, we're very grateful to still be able to go. And it was just an amazing, amazing opportunity. And we put together a video to show you guys. Addie's gonna pull that up for us. you could kind of see based off that video, some of the things and activities we were allowed to do and take part of. And we were there for the library. And actually on some of the days that we were there were little kids that would come in and they had classes and we were able to talk with them and meet with them. And it was kind of fun just to teach them because they're learning English and we don't know much Spanish. So it was really cool. They're learning colors. So showing them, like, I'd be like, what color is this? And he'd say, brown. And it was really fun. And you saw that we were able to go zip lining and ATVing and surfing and so many amazing opportunities and activities. So it was just amazing, amazing, amazing. And we just want to say thank you so very much. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime trip that we will never forget. And actually, if you saw the end of that video, on our day home, the roads, like I said, are terrible. There's potholes the size of this table, and you have to swerve, and they have to swerve on the road, and somehow one of the tires popped. So the morning that we were leaving, Mike and this awesome guy, Jose, that they became friends with over the years, came over and helped us fix this tire, and we had to go through a river. So one of those videos was of Mike wading in the water to see how deep the river was to see if we could pass. So it was really fun, and the trip was led by two of the greatest people, and we're so thankful to you guys. So. And we also have a message to play from Beverly, who we went to her amazing house. You guys all know all about her, so Addie will get that played.
Hello, ELKR Rotary. Great to see you. I wish I were there to see you in person. I want to thank you again for sending this wonderful gang that came this year. Wonderful, 9 women, and boy did they work hard and do a great job. We were so appreciative of their time and energy. And we are extremely appreciative of the donation from the ELKR Rotary. Thank you so very much for continuing to support the Biblioteca, the library here in Nosara. And we look forward to next year and more ELKR Outreach Rotary. Thank you.
Okay, I just want to talk for a minute about the kind of stuff we did in the library. So we were there for 4 days. We went there for 4 days and we did different things around there. We were like sanding the tables, sanding the shelves. Most of the time we were sanding the shelves and cleaning them and re-waxing them because they painted them multiple years in the past, but painting them over and over again. So we waxed them this year. Seeing the kids there was an amazing experience because they were taking their English classes while we were in there. And they were teaching us Spanish and we were teaching them English at the same time, trying to find a way to communicate. It was so fun with those kids and really everyone there. And it was just unforgettable experience to be in there and just see their culture and kind of like immerse yourself into a different culture that's nothing like here. We also got to have a little dance circle with the elderly group of the library, which was, oh my goodness, so amazing. They were all just so happy. We did some yoga, some stretches, and then we had a little dance party, and you saw a little clip in the video. And they were just, we couldn't understand each other, but we were just so happy and smiling, and you could just feel the love everywhere. And Beverly, oh my goodness, this woman is amazing. I'm very passionate, and I know Addie is too, and a lot of people, of saving the earth from everything that we are doing. And she, oh my gosh, she was such an advocate for that. She was just talking about all her experience in Peace Corps with her husband and all the different things that we could do to help as well. And she's always been active in those communities, and she's just such an inspiring, amazing woman. And we're so thankful to have gotten to meet her and everybody else amazing that we got to meet down there. So thank you.
The other thing that looks like they had a lot of fun, which it always does, because that's what they do the videos of, but they spend, it rained down there a lot. So they got to spend extra time working in the library. And several of you in the audience that have been on this trip in the past. Terry Rickle, Jeff New, Doug Risser. Have I missed anybody that's here? Nope. They have gone on the trip when Jeff and Eileen New went with my wife and myself when we took the kids down, and I don't know, long time ago, but yeah, 10, 15 years ago. But the library is a success for the community of Nassau, not for it's for the indigenous people there, not for what they call Yankees that we are called, or expats down there. So it is a great trip, and Mike and Jenny is going to do it one more year, and then hopefully there's somebody that might be taking it over after that. So any questions? I've been doing it for 17 years.
Yay.
Okay. There.
Okay. All right. So I just want to say, because we did work very hard while we were there, it was exhausting. I don't know if it was because we had been away for a couple of years because due to COVID, but Beverly worked us. So Mike and I just kept saying, this is exhausting. We, not only the wax there in Costa Rica is probably not legal to sell in the United States. So we were sanding, well, first you had to clear every bookshelf, then we're sanding the bookshelf, wiping it again, and then waxing it with this potent wax. That the first day we did it, the kids who were in one of the rooms couldn't even remember the alphabet to put on the shelf. I was in a room by Patty maybe was with me, but I couldn't remember which books went where. We were just, it was frightening, really. But, and then Mike and Rhea, I know, was there, painted the children's room. So that was great. We had another little group with us who went and planted some saplings like on the back of the library before we left. So yes, you see all the pictures of all the fun, but it was really exhausting. Right, am I right? Like the work was done, believe me.
Sure.
I did not see in the video either of the nobles on a surfboard. Does that mean that they didn't or didn't want to be filmed?
I have surfed, but I don't anymore. I'm insecure. I watched it and I been stolen off the beach. Jenny, however, surfed, but she was busy doing video. No,
David. I noticed you watching the video.
we had boys that were seniors in high school this year, and they just opted not to do it. Yeah, only one, Ashley, yes, somebody.
Yeah, we hadn't done the trip because of COVID for a couple of years. So that's why it got them, those that had participated in Interact for all through their high school, and now they're in college, it gave them a chance to go.
It just varies year to year. Some groups some years have more girls, like our oldest son, it was all boys went his year. That just varies.
Besides, Mike likes to travel with lots of women.
They were great. They were great.
Yes, sir.
Planning, did this trip change any of your direction or plan what you want to do later in life, just building things to career or public service.
Okay, the question is, did the experience going to Costa Rica change anyone's outlook on life and their future plans?
So I already was gonna study sustainability in college because I'm going in the fall, but I felt like that kind of opened me up to show how, like, in a different country, how they can treat their country and like take care of it, because you don't see trash on the side of the road, you don't see like all the pollution that you can see around here, and it's just a whole different world. And it was cool to see that like everywhere is not like it is here, kind of like we can do this, just like how do we get there.
And I'm actually going into my third year at IU, and I'm in the business school, and I had never been outside of the United States, so this is my first time outside of the country. And I thought about going into international business because it scared me because I hadn't known a third or second language. I took Spanish in high school, but kind of forgot most of it. But being in Costa Rica and meeting these amazing people, I mean, everyone you would meet would come up to you and be like, hello, how are you doing? Like, do you want to come get a coconut? And it was just